everyone, Dr. Ackerman here with the Active Cafe, and I am happy to announce that we are partnering with Starbucks Coffee, all their signature teas and shaken beverages, because we want to try to bring some of the healthiest options to our community, and we realize that in order to do so, we need to partner with people who understand what it means to make great drinks and how to get the masses to come to the cafe. So our whole idea is helping you become healthier, more active. And we partner with Starbucks because we love their beverages, but also because we know that you as well love their beverages. So that we encourage you to come to the cafe, support us, try your healthy Starbucks drinks, and then also our healthy options for an active lifestyle. We're going to be tasting our iced coffees and iced teas today, and I'm going to be giving you my take on the healthiness, and I'm also going to be giving you my take on how I like the taste. So the nice thing about us doing this video is you get a behind the scenes look at what actually goes into your Starbucks iced coffee and iced teas. So we're going to start for the first one, which is the cold brew. And the way that the cold brew is made is it actually goes into a sanitized little bucket where you put the cold brew beans in and you let it sink overnight, and for 20 hours the coffee sits in the water and it creates the beautiful cold brew coffee that we have here. When you pour it out, you put a little bit of the coffee concentrate with water and ice, and that is what we have here in front of us. So we're going to give it a taste. That's definitely a beautiful coffee. I love coffee black, so all my coffee is just with nothing in it, no added sugar, no nothing. The nice thing about the cold brew is it's definitely healthier because it doesn't have any heat that ever touches the beans, hence the cold brew. A lot of times when you roast coffee, that heat can release some of the toxins or some of the chemicals that might be in the coffee beans. Luckily, a lot of the coffee beans that Starbucks uses are organic, and a lot of the coffee that they sell is the best quality grade coffee, so we're not too worried about that here, but that's why cold brew is a much healthier, cleaner coffee. So as far as health goes, I'm going to give this an 8, and as far as taste goes, me personally, I'm going to give this an 8 as well, because I love the fact that it's not processed and that you can taste the coffee. So that gives it a total score of 16 on the active scale. Next, we're going to go to the Starbucks iced coffee. Now, here's something that you probably never knew. Iced coffee from Starbucks is sweetened already before you order it. So if you order a iced coffee from Starbucks, they're going to put 3 to 4 pumps of vanilla sugar in here before they add the iced coffee. So that's where if you go to Starbucks and you want to make sure that you get an iced coffee that has 0 sugar, you have to ask for it extra black. So you can say, can I get an iced coffee with no syrup added, and make sure that it's black. So that's how you make sure your iced coffee is just that. But I made it today the way that Starbucks makes your iced coffee, and I also made it with a sugar-free vanilla syrup, because that's another option. If you're just wanting to be sugar-free, you can ask for the sugar-free vanilla syrup in your iced coffee. And this goes through the regular brewing process like your normal coffee would go through. The only difference is we brew it into a big 2-liter vat of ice. Therefore, it cools down instantly, and then we serve it cold, and all we do is just add ice. So this is definitely a great way to make the coffee, and let's give it a taste. So instantly, it's a lot sweeter. I can taste the vanilla. I barely taste the coffee, but if you've been drinking Starbucks iced coffee for all this time, you've probably gotten used to that vanilla and don't realize that it's actually syrup that you're tasting and not really the coffee itself. So as far as taste goes, I'm going to give it a 6 because it still tastes delicious if you like vanilla in your coffee. As far as health goes, I'm going to give it a 6 as well because there's some hidden sugar in here, and it also is processed. It goes through that pressurized coffee brewing that most coffee goes through, and that gives it a total score of 12. So just to recap, we have a total health score of the cold brew at 16, and we have a total active score for the iced coffee at 12. Now we're going to shift gears a little bit, and we're going to get into some of our iced tea beverages. So this is a iced black tea from the Active Cafe. It's made with Tiavana iced tea, and it's shaken to order. So this is a delicious beverage. Now as far as health goes, this is probably one of the more healthier options out of all of these, because it's a tea and not a coffee. So we know that tea is naturally more alkaline, and tea has a better, gentler form of caffeine that's not going to stimulate your adrenals as much. It's not going to have as much as a cortisol release in the body, and it's just going to leave you feeling less jittery and less stressed out at the end of the day. So tea is always a better source of caffeine than coffee. And the process that the tea goes through is we take a giant tea bag, as if you would put it into a cup of tea, but we take a giant one and put it into a 2-liter pitcher. We pour hot water into it, we let it steep for 5 minutes, and that creates the tea that we're drinking here. Then we mix up in a shaker bottle with ice, and you have the option to add lemonade to this as well. So I made it obviously black with water, and we're going to give it a taste. Very refreshing, very tasty. I can definitely taste the black tea, but it's not overbearing. I think this is delicious. If I was going to drink more tea, this would probably be the tea that I'm going to drink. As far as health goes, I'm going to have to give it a 9 because it's everything we just talked about. And as far as taste goes, I really think this is a really good taste because it's subtle, but you can taste it without adding any sweetener, without any sugar. You can definitely taste it. It's nice and it's got some flavor. So I'm going to give this a 9 as well, scoring a total of 18 on the active scale. So just to recap, we have 16 for the cold brew, we have 12 for the iced coffee, and we have 18 over here for the shaken Teavana Starbucks black tea. So I hope this review helps you make better, healthier options when you pull up to your next Starbucks, or if you come to the Active Cafe. We have all these beverages available, and please come support the cafe, whether it's in person or if you just like this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, or even better, share it with your friends and family. So most importantly, remember to stay healthy, stay active. Peace.